Hello everyone, Mege here. So after quite some time, today I'm doing another frame analysis video, and as usual my test subject is Orochi's top light and zone attack. Do keep in mind as usual that this data applies to every hero in the game, every attack, anything, it's not just Orochi's. So if you remember my two past videos, the first time I was checking how the removal of time snap affected attacks, and we found out that Orochi's top light and zone attack, which supposedly with no latency are supposed to be 30 frames long, were around 24 frames long, so we had around 6 frames cut for the most part. I did another test when the dedicated servers dropped on the test servers, and I found out that both in the live game and in the test servers, attacks got a couple frames lower, so we had around 25-26 frames top light and zone attack. Back then, I assumed this increment of couple frames was because of a Ubisoft hotfix which they supposedly released sometimes in between the two videos. To this day I'm still not sure, but it seems pretty possible, pretty plausible. And with the last patch, the developers finally addressed the issues of the removal of time snap and all of that. They actually made a very interesting blog post. I actually uploaded a video about this, so in case you don't know what I'm talking about or what time snap is and was and what this new input delay system is, go check that video out. It's from a couple days ago. So without further ado, what I did was of course take Orochi as usual. Top light and zone attack are being tested, both supposedly 30 frames long, and just to remember you guys again, last test without this input delay system, the top light and zone attack were around 25/26 frames long. As usual, remember I'm using frames because I feel like they're easier to visualize. If you wanna get milliseconds, remember that 6 frames, since I'm recording at 60 frames per second, 6 frames are around 100 milliseconds. So how did I get this data this time? I actually have two subjects here, two Orochis, let's say. First one is Grossmly, both were very nice and I'm thankful for them helping me out. It's Grossmly and Crab Soup, alright? So Grossmly here is the matchmaking analysis, let's say. I met him in matchmaking, asking him out, can you help me out record this? Of course, because I wanted to record in matchmaking, since I am not sure that the dedicated servers actually work in custom games, or actually maybe custom games still use a peer-to-peer systems. I don't know. I know that in matchmaking, when you press tab, when you check out the scores of the two players, you can now see the latency, the ping number between the two players. So for example, in this game we both had around 30, from 25 to 30 milliseconds ping. I think that's a pretty low and acceptable latency, so I went for this test with him. However, in the custom game test, when you hold the score button, there is no indicator of latency of ping number between the two players and the server. That leads me to believe that maybe peer-to-peer is still in place with in the custom game. So maybe the devs even said this themselves and I just don't know about it. If that's the case, just do let me know, please. Alright, so as usual, I'm counting frames from, let me zoom here. The first frame is when the attack indicator appears. As you can see, no attack indicator appears, and then I'm counting up till when I actually lose HP. In this case, it was the 27th frame. Surprising, it's a frame later than last test. Last test, as I said, was around 25-26. This time we get a 27, so pretty good start. On the second test, first frame, all the way to the 28th frame, man. This is just a couple frames shorter than the supposed animation with no lag. So we can already see an increase in numbers. Last time it was 25-26, this time it's 27-28. Third top light of top matchmaking, we get another 27. Pretty good. Let's go to zone attacks, matchmaking zone attacks. First frame. This time the zone attack was 26, so it's pretty much like last time. Zone attack do tend to have a little more variability, let's say, more discrepancy, because I always told this because you have to press 2 buttons and the game has to check if you actually press 2 buttons. I always thought that that actually introduced some sort of discrepancy because of the input required for the attack to be launched. So we get 26 here. This one is actually 28. As you can see, there is a discrepancy, so this one is actually much longer, just like the top lights, just 2 frames short of being perfect, let's say. So 28, and here we have a 27. As you can see, a little discrepancy, so we have 26, 27, 28. Pretty good overall it's an increase in numbers. So with the matchmaking out of the way, let's say how these top light and zone attacks behaved in custom games. First frame, we get, of course, the indicator up, and the attack actually connects on the 27th frame. Pretty good. Let's see here. First frame. 26th frame, a little lower, might be discrepancy, I'm not sure still. First frame here again. This time on the 28th. So as you can see, it's pretty inconsistent, but overall the values do match the live game, it would seem. The matchmaking gameplay. So maybe, I don't know, let's see how this goes here. Maybe it was introduced in custom games as well. This is what I'm led to assume. So zone attack, first frame, all the way to the 27th. Another zone attack, first frame, all the way to 27th again. As you can see, he will die here. And first frame, zone attack again, 27th again. So weirdly enough, the zone attack was very consistent, always at 27 frame, higher than last time. I believe if I tried some more zone, probably there would have been some 26 and 28 as well. So what this actually tells us is that the update was successful. We actually get 1 or 2 frames higher attacks than last time, so the attacks are much closer to what they should be, and it's a step in the right direction for sure. I'm pretty interested in see what the devs will do from here, if they will actually implement a separate lag compensation system to actually eventually get the full 30 frame animation. Of course, 30 frame based on top light and zone attack is gonna be different in other cases. Do keep in mind these are pretty early assumptions. Of course, other people might get different evidence, different data, and I'm very open and eager to hear what you guys find out. How do you feel the game is playing? And remember that this system, while adding a couple frames to the whole attack animation, supposedly did introduce a 33 milliseconds, a very small millisecond input delay. Do you feel that input delay while playing? So in general, give me feedback on how is this new patch playing out for you. I hope you did enjoy the video. Do share it with people who you think might find it useful and interesting. I wish you all a good day, and I will see you all next time.